Our next guest is Dan Fuline, who is the CEO and Executive Director of Community Services of Stark County. You're here to talk about what a wonderful year this is for you. I understand this is your 90th anniversary. So what have you been doing over at Community Services to celebrate?
Basically, Susie, 90 years is a very special anniversary.
It sure is.
All agencies at this particular time are going through, I think, a fiduciary plan of action because the needs are so great and the resources are somewhat limited, and they're increasing. So we're going to kind of have a subdued type of celebration. We'll probably have our annual dinner, but nothing real fancy. We're going to put some of those resources back into the needs of the community and the people we serve.
It's really good to let people know that you've been around 90 years.
It's a long time.
That's quite a track record.
I've been there for 25, believe it or not.
Oh, fantastic.
And I'm only the 4th director since 1919. I'm not sure what that means, but I've been there for quite a few years.
It must be a good place to work.
It is.
It must be real fulfilling.
The mission is very strong, and I think it holds you there.
Okay. Now, Community Services is at several different sites. You're not just at one place. So where are the sites?
We're in a multitude of sites. Massillon is our homeless shelter for basically women and children. It's called the Family Living Center. Obviously, we have a site in Canton on Cleveland Avenue. We have a site in North Canton where our Pyramid Career Services is located. And we have a site in Alliance where we have our earmarked program. Our major program here would be our rape crisis program, along with some clinical psychiatric services. So we're in about 15 schools. We're in a variety of locations. So to say 4 locations is kind of misnomer.
Sure.
We're in many more than that. But we offer a multitude of services.
You certainly do. Now, I know this is a question you could spend the next hour answering, but what services do you have available? Because I know your different programs have services within the programs.
Yes. To try to do this in a very brief manner, which is going to be very difficult. We have our counseling services. That would be, marriage counseling, family therapy, children's services, seeing kids in treatment. We also have our Med-Som services, our psychiatric services. About 5 years ago, when NOVA dissolved, our adult mental health agency, we took on quite a few cases. And so we have Med-Som services, case management services, like I said, counseling services. And really, it was a real needed type of service to take over. And,
it really was.
And so that's produced quite a few cases, and I think we're making a difference. We're one of about 4 agencies doing that since NOVA dissolved. So we have adoption services. We've been doing that since 1919. We're also an international health provider, which means we're an international adoption service. We have our Family Living Center. We're involved with a program called Gateway, and that's residential services for people who are having some real serious difficulties from a mental health standpoint, and we're offering support services there. Like I said, we're in schools. We have employment services through our Pyramid Career Services.
And that's wonderful too, helping people get job skills and interviewing skills. And you've got emergency services.
The emergency assistance service, let's talk about that. Obviously, people are hurting. We're seeing people come into the agency now that more or less were contributors, and now they're on the receiving end. I often state that we're all one crisis away from needing services like us, like ours. We're part of the United Way of Central Stark County, not United Way of Greater Stark County. Central was the old term. We had that kind of consolidation with the 3 United Ways. And they were able to give us some extra funds to help people who basically are falling into cracks, losing homes, those types of things. So do prescription services, we do rent and mortgage, and all those other types of things, as much as we can do in that area.
I see there's rape crisis, there's helping children succeed after divorce, maternity, adoption, and parenting services. I mean, it just goes on. And then when you read, if you go to your website and you start reading what you do, inside each of those, there are all these other services that you do.
Let's highlight a few other ones. The Samaritan's Table is made up of about 80 volunteers. These are senior citizens who basically run that program. It's all volunteer-based. We serve a meal at St. John's on Thursdays from 11 to 1. We serve about 500 to 600 meals. So we're doing that, which is, I think, a very strong type of thing. Our services range from infant to some ending issues
Sure.
in people's lives. But we've been, like I said, around for many, many years, and we hope to continue for many, many more.
Doing a great job, too.
Thank you, Susan.
I mean, really, really are. Okay, so if someone wants to find out more information about any of these things, what's the phone number that they would call for more information?
Well, they can call a variety of numbers, but let's give them the Canton phone number. It's 330-455-0374.
Okay, and if they wanted to go to the website, what's the website
It's
address?
community services community services
Of Stark.
of
Stark.org. Okay.
You know that better than I don't.
I had to look it up.
You're good.
I did. I wanted to read all this, and I couldn't get over it because I've interviewed people before from community services, but I never knew how many groups.
Yeah, we probably can talk about each one of those services for the length of the program. So I'm not really doing them a great justice, but get on our website, see what we're doing, and like I said, we're a pretty comprehensive organization. We probably reached out to about 8,000 people in a variety of services last year, from meals to direct services through counseling and other types of endeavors. But it's been a strong agency, and I think we're proud of it. Hopefully we're making a difference in the community.
Well, congratulations, 90 years well spent.
Thank you, Susan.
Thanks for coming this
Thank you.
evening.
Hi, I'm Susie Vitale. I've been hosting the show What's Happening in Stark County for close to 20 years. What's Happening is brought to you by the Community Television Consortium of Stark County. If your nonprofit organization would like to appear on our show, or if you want to become involved with producing local television in the Stark County area, please check out our website at www.ctctv.org. You can get all the information you need to get involved with the CTC. Thanks for watching.